Welcome back, everyone. It is good to be back with you after about 3 days off. We're taking a look at the crypto market, some of the futures, and some of the news that's been coming out here. And largely over the last 3 days, the crypto market has kind of stabilized off, especially after the bad news last week coming out of China. Today, it's pulled back slightly. You can see on Coinbase here, the market's down about 0.86%, but it's pretty stabilized off. The volume, though, however, when you're looking at the top cryptos, is pretty muted or even down a little bit. So we're not seeing a lot of movement. We're not seeing too much involvement as far as investments concerned. And that's probably typical of what we would expect after what happened last week, because it's not like everyone's going to jump back on board right away. In fact, right now, it seems like the crypto market is beholden to the stock market and the world economy at this time. This being reported everywhere, we can see that the Fed is now moving up its timeline for rate hikes. So we've had historically low interest rates. Historically low interest rates are good generally for the stock market. However, as those things begin to pull back up, sometimes investors start to take their hands off investments. It seems to me that the crypto market wants to see how all of this is going to play out. We don't know yet when the Fed is going to in fact move up the interest rates, but we know that it's looming in the future. I do think that the crypto market after some time is going to start to pull back up, because we're not going to see interest rates go up anytime within the next few months. Probably we're at least 2022 is when it's going to happen. And the crypto market's not going to wait that long to pull back up. Barring any bad news, the crypto market should start to do well. There's really no reason why. I thought this was a pretty interesting news piece. Atari founder is launching an augmented reality NFT on Ethereum, which is really cool. The more exposure that cryptocurrencies get, the better. This here was reported by a writer for FX Street, and you can see Dogecoin network update to boost mainstream adoption, trigger next Doge rally. This is something that's been in the news for quite a while. We know that the update's out there. We've been seeing the call specifically by Elon Musk, Billy Marcus. The 1.14.3 nodes need to be upgraded to 1.14.4. And if that happens, you can see in the article a 1,000 times reduction for relay costs, 100 times for mining costs, which is absolutely necessary for Dogecoin. If you want to see Dogecoin spike, when the costs go down by 100 times, Dogecoin is going to spike. So right now, the typical cost transaction for Dogecoin is what, right around 50 cents or so? That would go down 10 times to 5 cents, 50 times, fractions of a penny. That is super important if you want Dogecoin to be involved with buying movie tickets, coffee, or anything else that's typically low-priced items. You cannot have it be a 50-cent transaction fee, and this is going to skyrocket the price of Dogecoin. We'll get ourselves right back into the mid-30s range, maybe even 40s range, I think, on some really good news like this. I thought this was interesting, and it's sort of telling a little bit too. Meet the day trading hamster that is outperforming Warren Buffett, Cathie Wood, and the S&P 500. This rodent's name is Mr. Gox, and he enters the so-called Gox Capital office. And there's a Twitch stream that begins. Now, I haven't watched this at all. If anyone out there listening has watched this, please let me know. But then an alert goes out on his Twitter and Reddit accounts notifying his audience, and then Mr. Gox's office is fitted with a wheel and 2 tunnels that enable his trading. But apparently, he is hitting nearly 20% returns since he started trading back in June. So why is this telling? It's telling a little bit because there's only so much prediction anyone can really do. You can look at some things, you can look at trends, you can look at charts, you can look at data and news and future projections and the healthiness of the market and what the government's doing. You can look at all of it. And at the end of the day, you can make decisions depending on whether you're a day trader or a long-term trader to put yourself in a good place. But at the end of the day, with all that said and done, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. That's why for me, I'm a long-term investor, because that's the easiest one. I just simply have to ask myself, as I'm investing more into Ethereum, into Cardano, into Solana, into Dogecoin, into Bitcoin, 5 to 10 years from now, where are these things going to be? I think they're going to be 10, 20, 30, 50 times higher than they are. That's just what I think. In the short-term prediction range, based off of what the Fed does or doesn't do, or what the stocks do or don't do, or how many times China bans cryptocurrency in the short term, can't predict it. But in the long term, I think I'm in a good place. So that's why I'm a long-term investor, and I encourage you to do the same thing, because if Mr. Gox the rodent can do better in a few months than some of the the best out there, you know the short term is really tough. And we'll finish up with this news from Bazinga. This is about Robinhood's crypto wallets. Not just Bitcoin, Dogecoin wallets. Robinhood could let you delve even deeper into cryptocurrencies soon. And their big thing here, you can see the quote, it enables users who want to consolidate into a single platform to come to Robinhood, get commission-free trading, and all the benefits that we have on our app. So I know Robinhood's been waiting a long time on this. They've gotten a bad rap amongst the crypto community because of it. Now, one of the things that Robinhood does offer is it's a lower fee trading option. It really is zero fee trades, although they do, when you do percentage outwise buy something, you always buy it for a very, very tiny incremental amount more than what it actually is. And Robinhood makes money off of that. The same way when you sell something, you actually get a tiny incremental amount less. So there's no fees associated with the trading, but there technically is in the buys and the sells, which is actually much lower than most of the other platforms out there. And so if there's wallets, you may end up bringing more people to Robinhood because they want to get that fee-free trading. However, I don't think they offer enough cryptocurrencies right now to get people interested in crypto over to their platform. Because if I trade on another platform like Coinbase, I can trade so many more cryptocurrencies, although I got to pay the fees on Coinbase in order to do it. However, Robinhood doesn't offer that. But if Robinhood can get some more cryptocurrencies, some good ones on there, Cardano maybe, for example, or Solana, for example, or XRP, or Avalanche, many of these good examples, then I think it's going to increase the likelihood that crypto users will in fact use Robinhood. Maybe, because they've put a bad taste in people's mouths. But overall, this should be the best for Dogecoin once this crypto wallet goes live. And hopefully it'll bring more investors to Dogecoin. I don't think Dogecoin investors will jump ship or anything like that. Dogecoin investors are Dogecoin investors. Biggest thing we want to see right now is we want to see the upgrade take place, and we want to see the fee reduction 100 times on mining, 1,000 times on relay. We want to see that take effect. It needs to be a fraction of a penny to trade Dogecoin for our next spike to go up. But right now, we're in a holding pattern. The crypto market is beholden to the stock market and world economy at this point, wanting to wait and see what's going to happen. And all things being good, normal, muted, flat, no bad news on the horizon, we should begin to see the crypto market steadily creep itself back up. If it doesn't, we'll try to figure out why. But there's really no reason it shouldn't, unless China decides to ban crypto for the 27th time. So that's all I got for you today. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I will catch you next time.